Sorry, just checking that one. Number 20, Shannon Hatch. Yeah, that's the starting 5 for Cardiff. And for Newcastle, it's number 4, Maddie McVicker, number 6, Millie Oates, number 9, Abby Lowe, number 13, Deborah Rodriguez-Perez, and number 23, Alison Gorrell.
Well, if you add their quickly totting up their starters, that they're on paper capable of scoring more points than the Eagles starters. So that's an interesting challenge, but I've left the big one till last. I think the biggest difference to this game could be the fact that Rachel Bland's returned from injury.
Yeah, Eagles delighted to see Rachel Bland, the captain, back. Joint captain along with Alison Gorrell. She's missed the last couple of games. Obviously, Eagles got a win in one of them, lost the other one, but it's the valuable minutes she can give, and let's hope she's able to give some minutes from the bench. It has all the makings of a close one, I think, this, Dave. Difficult one to call.
Yeah, and it's also pleasing to see, even though she's got an ice bag tied around her calf, is that Ruth Thornley, who I thought was the one shining light in that big loss to Leicester, she came on and she showed lots of guts. She showed the team. She pretty much led the team when she came on, and she showed, now we can't be that frightened of this Leicester Riders, and she did a damn good job of picking up her teammates in that second half, if you remember.
Players take the knee. Now we're up, we're ready to go, and it'll be Martezzotti against Rodriguez. Spain versus Argentina, and it's Argentina that wins it. And the ball's immediately thrown forward by Hatch. Eagles playing tough defence. Martezzotti, Robin Lewis turns the corner. Here goes Hatch again. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and I tried to put it up, and good block by Rodriguez, but an excellent steal by Kim King. And she goes to the basket and is in for 2. I think she's a player to watch, Dave, because I noticed in the last couple of years, this is her 3rd season, and she's actually averaging 10 points a game this season, whereas last year I think it was only about 3.5 points a game. As the Eagles give that ball away, and it's King who actually gets the steal. Here's Lewis. Martezzotti drives in on Abby Lowe. In off the glass, no, doesn't go. Rodriguez grabs that rebound, as Dave says. Yeah. One of her jobs is to get rebounds. Here's Abby Lowe in low to Alison Gorrell, who tries to turn, can't quite make it. McVicker, she drives around Lewis, goes all the way to the paint and is fouled as she goes. Drives to the basket, tried the left-handed layup, fouled by Robin Lewis, and she'll go up the line to shoot 2.
Well, while Maddie's preparing herself for this free throw, Maddie needs to prepare herself for the fact that pretty sure, every team watches and gets coaching information and scout from other teams. Robin Lewis has come here to do a job on Maddie McVicker. She's all over it.
McVicker knocks the first one down. Of course, the other person we haven't mentioned, Dave, is Steph Collins, who's head coach of Cardiff Met Archers, and she's still actually on the playing roster, but hasn't played any minutes so far this year, but vastly experienced in British basketball. Yep. Maddie McVicker knocks both down.
And we ought to mention at the same time, welcome home to one North East favourite, Alex Radu.
Yeah, assistant coach for the Cardiff Met Archers. Alex learned a lot of his trade in the North East. That's a foul by Abby Lowe on halfways. Eagles trying to put a little bit of pressure on. Here's Hatch. Inbounds to Lewis. Gives it to King. Jorgensen into Martezzotti. And that's the travel. It's going to be a battle between her and Deborah Rodriguez, I think, all day today.
Well, trying to work out why that was the trouble, but that's probably my problem.
Millie Oates inbounds to Alison Gorrell. She attacks the basket, can't get it anywhere near, but Abby Lowe for 3, and that's great shot from Abby Lowe. Puts the Eagles 5-2 in front.
Good sign that her confidence is sky high, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's King into Martezzotti. Here's King again for 3. And her confidence obviously high as well. That's all 5 for the Archers so far.
There's the point I made before. Robin Lewis, fiery little guard. Her job, obviously, is to give Maddie McVicker a hard time.
Nice move by Alison Gorrell. Here's Abby Lowe for 3 again, but this time it's off. Good rebound taken by Jorgensen. King pushes it to Lewis. Marchesotny going to the pin, but it was actually Hatch who went for the ball, and the ball was knocked away by Abby Lowe. There's Jorgensen, the Swede. Nice ball movement, very quick ball movement, and a nice 2-point shot from Hatch puts the Archers in front, 7-5.
Yep, and very early signs that the Archers' philosophy and strategy in offense is let's work that, get that ball inside.
There's Abby Lowe. Ball goes inside to Rodriguez. Nice move by Rodriguez, but I think that's going to be a travel. Yep.
I absolutely agree with that decision. Got that one spot right, Ref. Well done. I realise, of course, I could have got the other one wrong.
Well, I suppose the thing is the ones that go on the sheet, whether they're right or wrong, the count, don't they?
Yeah. Just the Argentinian girl was backing a defender out and see where she travelled.
Yeah. Here she is again, Marchesotny. It's Kim King. She drives in hard and puts it up, doesn't make it, but a good rebound taken by Hatch. Back to Marchesotny, who's going to show range. Doesn't make the 3-point shot though.
It looks as though she could be a threat from out there. Possible bit of stretch in the defence, so it will be interesting to see whether Shannon Hatch has got the ability to stretch the defence as well, because she was either the player who's trying to get inside.
Rodriguez turning against Marchesotny. It's always a hard, tough task. And as you said, I think Robin Lewis and Maddie McVicker are going to know an awful lot about each other after this game.
What I liked about that play, though, was when McVicker cut to basket, a spot was filled on the perimeter, and Rodriguez Perez just made the wrong decision. She hit the wrong player.
Yes, King into Marchesotny. That's another block from Rodriguez. Into Gorrell. Gorrell out to McVicker for 3. Maddie McVicker knocks down her first 3-point shot of the game. Gives the Eagles a 1-point lead at 8-7. Good transition basketball by the Eagles there.
Great strategy. No defender can get locked on if the Eagles are going to push the ball down the floor that quick.
Again into Marchesotny, but she doesn't come away with the ball cleanly. And Millie Oates does a really good job in there. Alison Gorrell finds Millie Oates. Millie Oates is going to go to the basket. Nice pass inside to Abby Lowe, and 2 points for Abby Lowe. Lovely work from Millie Oates.
Well, early signs looking good for the Eagles, and one thing in terms of Chris Bunton's strategy on this, he knows exactly what Cardiff are looking to do offensively. No matter how much they put the ball on the perimeter, they don't try and get it inside, apart from this young lady.
Oh, that's a great shot from Robin Lewis, just as they've said.
And Keane, is it Keeg?
Yep. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going with King. So it's Hing, but even the K may be silent, but we'll see what happens. That's nice work by Rodriguez Perez there. Gives Marchesotny and knocks it in for 2.
Good to see she's got the ability to do that. Get inside, spin move, kissing it off the glass. But Eagles defence better watch out, because I remember from my days in Caledonia, Robin Lewis isn't at all shy about putting the 3-pointer up.
Yeah, Scottish international, obviously. Here she is, Lewis again. Fakes the inside pass, gives it to Jorgensen outside. Nice move by Jorgensen, and she knocks down the 2. Levels it up at 12 points each. So far the game's been as tight as we thought it might be. Rodriguez Perez has to bring this away herself. It's an unusual handoff, to say the least, to Millie Oates, but it worked. Oates into Lowe. Millie Oates deflects the ball, which I think was intended for Alison Gorrell.
Yeah, I think
Millie Oates coming out and Georgia Smith going in.
I think, both sides will be fairly pleased with the start so far. The one thing I would be a little bit concerned about if I was Chris Bunton is that the Eagles are showing a little bit of a problem in terms of creating spacing. They need to space out a little bit more when they're attacking this Cardiff defence.
Yes, Robin Lewis going down the right-hand side. Comes back. Ing. Jorgensen looking for Marchesotny inside. Marchesotny against Rodriguez. This time Marchesotny gets in. Lays it in, and fouled by Rodriguez in the act of shooting. The basket's good, and she'll go to the line to shoot 1. commentator's curse possibly coming up. She's 100% from the line this season.
Should be good. Should be good.
It's only the one.
Yeah, pretty multinational talent around today, isn't it? Argentina, Sweden, Canadian, Switzerland.
She knocks it down. She's still 100% from the line. Yeah, I was watching a football game the other night, and I said to my wife, I said, I'm going to commentate this in a strange way, and I just commentated it by nationality, not player. And it's amazing the number of different nationalities we have in all sports these days. Yeah. And as you see, there's quite an international look to the Cardiff side. Good block by Hatch there, and she's out running as well with Keane coming against Georgia Smith. Keane gets it to Georgia Smith. Here's Robin Lewis for three again. Eagles really can't leave her open at all, as she knocks down her second and gives Cardiff a 6-point lead at 18-12. Cardiff really showed a lot of intent on that offence. Alison Gorrell, who hasn't quite got into her stride yet. Double teamed as usual. That's come off Maddie McVicker's foot, and I'm really surprised that referees allowed that to play on. But Rodriguez Perez didn't make a shot, so away come Cardiff again. 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Lewis shows the three but doesn't shoot it this time. Tries to get it in. A good deflection by Abby Lowe, and I think a substitution. Marchesotti comes up and Justine Furland comes on, but I think Eagles have called a timeout. We'll go to an advert break. Hatch and Jorgensen 2 each. For the Eagles, McVicker and Lowe have 5 and Rodriguez Perez has 2.
But one of the things is it really is down to the other Eagles apart from Ali Gorrell and Maddie McVickers, simply because Cardiff are targeting those two as their main priority for defence.
Yes, Hatch from the elbow, knocks it down again. Big press on from Cardiff. Georgia Smith breaks it though, gets over the halfway line. Gives it Alison Gorrell, who turns inside, goes to the elbow, gives it back to Georgia Smith. Good defence though. Good recovery defence, I think, as much as anything. Ball, everybody battling for the ball. Alison Gorrell has it stripped, and eventually it's Cardiff that come up with it.
Well, Cardiff haven't played since December, and I'm not sure about any rust, but there's certainly a lot of freshness in the way they're playing, a lot of energy.
Robin Lewis to Hatch. Here's Jorgensen. Nice bounce pass in, but Alison Gorrell spotted it and was able to pick up the steal. She comes away, she's one-on-one, she decides to take a step back and shoot the three, doesn't make it, but an excellent rebound by Rodriguez Perez, and lays it back in for one, and gets an and one because she's fouled by Justine Furland.
Well, that's great for the Eagles because Rodriguez Perez is showing more appetite for playing offense than I've seen in the previous 3 games. For every minute she played, this is great for the Eagles.
Abby Lowe comes out, and Ori Chukwuetu comes in. And an interesting substitution there by Cardiff as Kim Hing and Sarah Jorgensen come out, and we've got Marley Ball coming into the game. Somebody who I hadn't even scouted, Dave. Just noticed when I came in today that they had this number 33 Marley Ball. She's a Canadian, 5'11", and she's a rookie professional. Went to Carleton University, so this is her first game. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes.
Good school in the Canadian system.
Yep. For 3, I think Cardiff got 3. There's number 7. That's Laura Shanahan, who's come on as well. She came on for Sarah Jorgensen. Drove to the basket but couldn't make it. Here's Rachel Bland coming in for Deborah Rodriguez Perez, who looks as if she's blown a little bit, probably played a little bit longer than she wanted to, but did a good job for the Eagles. They're down 14-20 at the moment though. Yeah, warning for the Cardiff bench, I think. Just asking them to calm down a little bit. I think it might have been Mr. Rideau.
Well, I think the Cardiff bench players are creating great atmosphere.
It must be something about those seats, Dave, because the Sheffield players did on Friday night, didn't
they? Just.
Yeah. Here's Robin Lewis. Oh, nice turn. No, called as a travel. Not sure it was again, but again, we'll have to defer to the referees. They're the ones who've got the whistles. They're the ones who make the call.
In rugby terms, wasn't that an up and under, which is, I thought was quite legal in basketball?
Yep. Ori Chukwueto struggling to get it in. The Eagles struggling to get the ball away. Good press by Cardiff. Lewis. There's Marley Ball's first shot in the BBL, and it's a three-pointer, and it goes in without touching the rim. Excellent shot from Marley Ball. And suddenly Cardiff are up to a 9-point gap. Maddie McVicker's going to drive all the way to the basket. Wow, that was almost like watching Ramon Fletcher there.
Was, and I tell you what, great clear out by the other Eagles player when they saw she had the advantage on the driving lane.
Yes, Furland gives it to Robin Lewis. Back to Ball. Yes, Ball going to the basket. Throws it out. Good block by Ori Chukwueto on Laura Shanahan. We have Abby Lowe coming back into the game. Alison Gorrell taking a break. Sarah Jorgensen coming in, and Robin Lewis going out. Very entertaining game so far. 7 points the difference. Cardiff a chance to go further up. Sarah Jorgensen straight on. Can't make the shot. That's a good rebound though by Shannon Hatch. Georgia Smith grabbed it, but it was called as a...
Well, you know, we're looking at players who are going to fill in that gap on the boards. Georgia Smith's averaging 5 rebounds a game.
Yeah. She got in well there and pulled the ball away, and I think she thought she'd take it cleanly, but wasn't given. He has Etu over the halfway line, but that's going to be... No, she's managed. I thought she was going to get stolen there by Hatch. She's done a good job though, bringing the ball up. Breaking the press, Georgia Smith. Nice drive to the basket, but she's fouled by Marley Ball.
Georgia Smith isn't the quickest player, but she can be deceptive, and she's pretty good at faking out a defender with a jab step and creating the driving lane for herself.
Strong as well, isn't she? Here's McVicker. Etu. Oh, great pass inside, but unfortunately Georgia Smith just couldn't take it.
Yeah, great cut from the weak side and a curl by Georgia Smith. It's a pity that Ori overcooked the pass a little bit.
Yeah, at the other end it's Jorgensen to Furland. She tries to get it to Marley Ball in the corner. She does. Marley Ball takes it well. Oh, nice wrap-around pass. That was a really nice play there by Marley Ball to find Jorgensen, but Jorgensen couldn't make the basket.
Yeah, it's a pity because Ball was able to make that nice little drop pass because of the great cut from the weak side by Georgeson. You really want your players to finish those players off when they're such a good cut.
McVicker's going to go coast to coast. She doesn't make it though.
Well, Robin Lewis is not on the floor. Everybody, I can know that. Cardiff team should know that. What on earth are they giving a driving lanes to basket for in transition?
Eagles managing to break the press, but unfortunately McVicker couldn't make the shot. He has Ball again, putting the ball up right on the buzzer, knocks down her second shot, and that gives the Cardiff Archers a 25 to 16 point lead at the end of the first quarter. And 2, Kim King has 5, Mara Marchesotti has 3, Shannon Hatch has 4, and Maury Ball has 5. So they're spreading the scoring out as well, showing that they've got weapons all over.
Yeah, well, weapons all over. That's a good point, Jeff. And I think turn that to an instinct. My instincts tell me they may have also a little bit more on the bench to offer than the Eagles have.
I think we do have to make a mention, obviously, for I did in the start, is, you know, this is you made a good point about that. The season's been disrupted by COVID. It's been very difficult for teams to get things going. But the Eagles really have been decimated both by injuries and then people wanting to move on.
That's one thing I made the point. I wasn't meaning anything derogatory about the point about the Eagles bench. And the reason is I've seen Ruth Thornley there has done nothing else but massage her calf as she sat on the bench. And no appearance in the first quarter from Rachel Bland, but here she is for her first minutes.
3-point shot from Shanahan is short. Rachel Bland takes a rebound. Great pass by Georgia Smith, but Ori Chukwueto a little bit too anxious with the layup, but Abby Lowe did a great job coming from behind, took the offensive rebound and was fouled as she tried to lay it up for 2. She'll go to the line for 2. Makes the first. Makes a second. Good free throw shooting from Abby Lowe.
There was good form on her perimeter shots as well earlier in the game.
Up to 7 points personal. Here's Ball. He's going to drive hard at the basket. Tries to get it out. And that's a good hand by Abby Lowe. I think she thought it, not only did she manage to deflect it, she felt as if the Cardiff player Shanahan had also touched it.
Yeah. Shanahan's just following the role of earlier players. They're merely making use of stretching the defence by getting people to the corner on the weak side.
There's Jorgensen. Back to Shanahan. Into Hatch. Hatch, long pass. There's Ball going in again. This time she has missed, but a great rebound from Shannon Hatch, and she lays it in for two. Isabel Bunyan on for the first time, but there's a very fast break from the Eagles, and Ali Gorrell has a good transition. Great pass by Georgia Smith, and Ali Gorrell has her first points of the game. Obviously the Eagles talked about how they were going to try and break the press, and that's been two long passes which has brought them 4 points. Here's Ball inside to Hatch. Hatch doing well again. Doesn't knock down the shot. Abby Lowe takes a good rebound, gives it to Ali Gorrell. She'll go in against Ball. And that foul by Ball. Ali Gorrell knocks down the two, and she'll go up the line for one. Signs of life from the Eagles here.
Yeah, as we said in the first quarter, one way to make it difficult for the defence to follow their strategy, which we all know well in this, what they're doing in this game, is to get the ball out quickly and push it at them before they can get locked on. And the Eagles have had success out of that in this quarter already. We've only played 1 minute 15.
Cardiff respond by bringing Marchizzotti and Lewis back on for Shanahan and Hatch. Ali Gorrell to shoot the extra one. Makes the free throw. Eagles back within 4.
Eagles putting their own little bit of a press on this one. Clearly a 2-2-1.
There's Ball. Lewis. Marchizzotti wide open inside, but she decides to come out. Jorgensen for 2. That one's off. Ali Gorrell picks up the rebound. Robin Lewis straight away gets onto her. And Ali Gorrell just misses Ori Chukwuedo with a pass. Rachel Bland coming out. Maddie McVicker going in. Rodriguez Perez going on for Abby Lowe.
This substitution here suggests that Rachel Bland's on limited minutes.
Yeah.
And been no movement at all from Ruth Thornley other than to talk to Chris Bunton and stay with an ice pack on her calf.
Possibly picked up an injury in the warm-up, I would suspect, seeing as she was named on the sheet. Robin Lewis, Jorgensen. There's Isabel Bunyan getting in there for 2. Nice play by her. Oh, what a great pass again from Georgia Smith, and Maddie McVicker beat the press, and I think Steph Collins has seen enough. She wants to make some defensive adjustments, as the Eagles, at least there's always somebody on the break there. So the Eagles have done well there, but Cardiff have just weathered the storm a little bit, because obviously that run for the Eagles also came when Robin Lewis and Mara Marchizzotti were both off the court. They're now both back on. And with Ball, Jorgensen and Bunyan making a nice start since she come on. It's a strong Cardiff 5 there. Eagles responding with McVicker and Gorrell, Smith, Rodriguez Perez and Etu. 7:55 to go in the first half. Robin Lewis brings it forward. Sarah Jorgensen, nice pass to Ball, inside to Marchizzotti. She gets down along the baseline, but she can't make the shot. Maddie McVicker did a good job coming across to help defence there.
Giving away a lot in height against Marchizzotti, but doing a really good job on her.
Once again, Eagles do well. Good hands by Alison Gorrell, blocking the pass. Ball will inbound. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Marchizzotti. Nice spin move. A nice hook shot with a left hand. This time the Eagles can't get that fast break away. Good hands by Isabel Bunyan. The Eagles still on the end line with 22 seconds. 6 seconds left to get it over. Looking for the long pass. Rodriguez Perez as well to take it over the line, just settles it down. Alison Gorrell going to attack into the corner. Orichukwu Etu, and she's fouled on the shot. So she'd go up the line to shoot 3, and one of those fouls which you often must frustrate you a little bit as a coach, Dave.
Keep your feet on the ground when you go to close down. Choo-choo steps.
Chukwueto misses the first. Misses the second. Makes the third, 1-3. 31-26 Cardiff.
I think missing the first 2, Cardiff might be thinking, well, that was a good foul, but actually it's put them on 3 already, and the Eagles haven't picked up 1 this quarter.
Here's Ball, that's a great move by Ball, very determined. Missed the shot though, and but got our own rebound. And then Ori Chukwueto does really well to get the ball on the floor. The ball's knocked free by Isabella Bunyan, and she is in for 2. Robin Lewis it was who picked her out.
Certainly the last 2 Cardiff presses bothered the Eagles.
Georgia Smith with the ball. She decides to shoot the 3. It's off. Bunyan takes the long rebound. Almost gets the ball into Lewis, but Chukwueto, and that's going to be a jump ball. I think the arrow is in the favour of the Eagles. Good determined play once again by Ori Chukwueto. She does give them a right spark from the bench, doesn't she, at times?
There's no question about desire for both teams. Yeah. That the last 2, both ends of the floor, has emphasised it, chasing after the loose ball.
Here's Mark Vicker going against Lewis. Great defence by Lewis. Mark Vicker throws it away. Ball against Smith, and she's fouled.
Well, what we do know is that it keeps the Euro step in Canada. No, Maddie McVicker there was very frustrated because she got herself in that position. She was absolutely desperate for a player to make a much harder cut to the open space on the wing instead of standing thinking she could get the ball over a defensive player.
Isabel Bunyan comes out, and Shannon Hatch back on. Molly Ball at the line to shoot 2. Makes the first.
When you get a player like the pressure Matt Vicker was under there, the other players must get in a position where the ball can see them, not having to force it over another player to get to them.
Molly Ball knocks them both down. She looks as if she's going to be a good addition to this Cardiff side already. There's Chukwueto. McVicker cuts to the basket. Alison Gorrell takes over. Nice first step from Alison Gorrell. Looking for 2, doesn't make it. Rodriguez Perez can't get the rebound in front of Shannon Hatch. And it's Robin Lewis again. Jorgensen. There's Hatch. Doesn't go. Chukwueto gets the ball into the hands of McVicker. A long pass to Georgia Smith. Georgia Smith sets her feet for 3 and knocks down the 3. Nice shot from Georgia Smith, but nice find from Maddie McVicker.
Yeah, great find, great pass.
At the other end, Jorgensen sets it up. Yeah, that's going to have to be a foul. Foul by Robin Lewis. That'll be her second. But it was great hustle by Ori Chukwueto. There's Abby Lowe, great move to get straight past, lovely move to get past a defender, but then a pass goes his way straight into the hands of a Cardiff player. Robin Lewis back to Jorgensen. He's got offensive foul in the middle, I think, on Marchesotti. Yep. Trying to clear out. Shanahan on for Jorgensen. Straight on to Alison Gorrell. Long pass over the top, gives it to Abby Lowe, who's going to go straight all the way to the basket, and it's fouled by Shannon Hatch. It's no good putting your arms up after you've done the foul, is it, Dave?
They're just getting careless, aren't they, with the foul. They're already, that's the 5th or 6th this quarter, while the Eagles are still on. We're only halfway through the period, so the Eagles have got an opportunity now. Keep cool, get yourself to the free throw line.
Timeout called by Chris Bunton. Slightly surprising, perhaps.
2 free throws for the Eagles. This is that's maybe what he wanted to stress. This is probably the best time of this quarter. They're already on 5 team fouls. Let's get this ball out quickly against their press and create, the thing you want to do against press is think layup. Create a numerical advantage further down the floor.
Abby Lowe on the line to shoot 2. Makes the first. And the second. 4 of 4 from the line for Abby Lowe. It's the Eagles now putting a bit of a press on. Here's King. It's going to be a jump ball. I think that one will be Cardiff's ball.
Well, last time I mentioned that the Eagles had put a 2-2-1 and I knew straight away it had been put onto design to look for trapping situations. What Cardiff have got to do is get the ball to the middle, that half-court area. Otherwise, the Eagles have got 2 sidelines and a half-court, as well as 2 players on the ball.
Cardiff moving the ball around nicely. Here's King into Marchesotti. Well defended by Rodriguez Perez, but Marchesotti's got the height advantage, just knocks the 2 points down. 6-point gap again, 37-31, 4:36 to go. Nice pass by Georgia Smith into Alison Gorrell, but Alison Gorrell doesn't make the 2. Mara Marchesotti comes up with the rebound. Robin Lewis pushing it. Keane, Marchesotti, out to Shanahan. Eagles just dropping in. Marchesotti from the elbow, knocks down 2. That's 2 baskets in a row from Mara Marchesotti. But the Eagles straight back up on the offense, and Alison Gorrell for 2, but she doesn't make it. Shannon Hatch coming back, picks up the rebound.
Yeah, and those last 2 baskets of Cardiff are being created by good use of the dribble drive.
That'll be a foul from behind by Rodriguez Perez.
It's one thing I have to say about, I think these Cardiff players, sometimes you can criticise players for dribbling without a purpose, but these Cardiff players have obviously got some knowledge of the philosophy of dribble drive. They know how to use it.
I'm not sure whether Chris Bunton was used it. That was what I would call a tactical substitute. He made the substitute so he can make a point to the referees as much as anything. Georgia Smith takes a seat and Millie Oates comes back on.
I just thought the referee was trying to point out to Chris where his box was.
Well, you could have a point.
Still can't find it.
Marchesotti, Hatch. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Marchesotti. 3 seconds. She turns. That's going to be a foul by Rodriguez Perez. She didn't think it was, but referee Shaw says it. She lifted her leg as Marchesotti turned round. Marchesotti will go to the line for 2. That's 3 fouls on Rodriguez Perez. Eagles only got 5 fouls in total. She's going to have to come out with 3:42 to go. Can't afford to pick up a 4th in this half. So this is a tough ask, asking to defend a 6'4" Argentinian international.
There's obviously, we're not going to be able to grow any of these Eagles players, so the answer is put more pressure on the ball.
Yeah.
Just make it harder for them to get the ball into her.
Marchesotti makes both. That's 6 very quick points from her, and that gives the Cardiff Archers a double-digit lead at 41-31. So a lot of the Eagles' good hard work in the early part of this quarter is gone now. Gorrell, nice skip past to Abby Lowe. Abby Lowe thought about the 3, but comes inside and makes a great 2-point basket. Really aggressive move. And I think the foul is on Mara Marchesotti.
Wow, what a good move. I mean, I thought the way she'd gone so close to the baseline, there was no way she could have finished that, but what a great finish.
Just able to sneak round. Makes a free throw again. It was Marchesotti's second foul of the game. There's King. Hatch onto Lewis.
Much better crest breaker there from the Cardiff Met Archers. Got the ball right where you need it, just over the halfway line, right in the centre of the court.
Good work there by Abby Lowe inside. And I think that's going to be another foul on Marchesotti. Yep. Great work by Abby Lowe inside to get that ball, and Marchesotti had no, well, I'm not saying no choice but to foul her, because of the move she made, there was always going to be a foul. I think that's what I meant. Alison Gorrell was who was fouled.
Oh, this is where the Eagles have got to try and use the advantage of Cardiff being in deep foul trouble in this quarter. Nobody better at the line to take advantage of it than Ali Gorrell.
Marchesotti picking up a third foul, has to come out. Marley Ball comes back on.
And that's a good situation for the Eagles with Rodriguez on the bench. That a smaller players coming in. Man, she's still 5'11".
I always think it's funny when I see somebody like, 5'11" in class as a guard in WBBL. I think 5'11" to me is a forward.
Yeah.
Ali Gorrell knocks both down.
Doesn't let anybody down. Gets the 2 points.
Robin Lewis, very energetic point guard, completely in control of the side.
Good leader, always pointing to her players where she wants them.
And there's Abby Lowe coming over the back again, knocking that one away from Shannon Hatch. Abby Lowe having an outstanding half for the Eagles.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jeff. I tell you what, if we were thinking of MVP candidates right now, if the game stopped, she'd get it.
12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Abby Lowe at the moment. There's Shannon Hatch, and there's Abby Lowe in hands again, together with right on the buzzer. Hatch has to put it up. Ali Gorrell takes the rebound. Eagles with a chance of cutting it again. Gorrell and no work, the two-man again. Gorrell all the way to the basket. Used the lane, drove well, laid it in. 41-38.
Terrific second step. She beat her with the jab and got right away from her on the second step.
Here's Lewis. Shanahan does well to go through the gap, then finds Marley Ball, but that shot's going to be off. But a great rebound by Kim King, but she doesn't make it. Ori Chukwuetu, and there's going to be a foul called and an and one. Marley Ball gets that one in. Foul, I think's on Abby Lowe. Both teams, as you said before, showing an awful lot of commitment there. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's good to watch both teams totally committed in terms of effort and intensity.
Abby Lowe's taking a bit of a knock there. I think she's gone straight down the tunnel to the changing room by the looks of it.
Well, fingers crossed she's okay.
Marley Ball misses the extra one, but gets her own rebound off the missed free throw and knocks it in for 2.
Well, I don't know whether she's just stepped off the plane from Canada or she's been here for a while, but certainly on the evidence of what we've seen so far, the Archers will be thinking what a useful addition this is. Gorrell
draws a foul from Jorgensen, will go at the line for 2.
If you're Cardiff, Jeff, why do you want to be fouling when you're deep in the penalty and a player's not even attempting to make a score?
Ali Gorrell knocks the first down here. Marley Ball's 9 points now she has.
Yeah.
As well as 3 rebounds, 2 of them offensive. And Ali Gorrell at the other end knocks down another 2 points.
Well, she's had to get, was it 6 of them from the line or 4 of them from the line?
6 from the line.
6 from the line, because they're doing a good job on her in open play.
The thing about it is, though, Dave, she didn't have a point in the first quarter, and now she's got 12. Good defense by Maddie McVicker. As Hatch dives in, he has Ball again. Gets her own rebound. Ball goes out, but she steps out of bounds.
That wasn't such good use of the dribble drive by Cardiff. The dribble was good, but the kick out was just way off target.
Just like correction, Alison Gorrell's on 5 points. 11 points, not 12. But all in this quarter. The Eagles back within 5 with 1:19 to go in the half. Here's Georgia Smith. Millie Oates going to give it in to Gorrell, but she didn't. Georgia Smith drives all the way to the basket and in off the glass for 2. Excellent drive by Georgia Smith, and the Eagles back within 3.
Well, she's hit a great hook shot on the run, and she had a really tough 3 before, playing her part in keeping the Eagles in this game.
Nice play by Robin Lewis. Comes out to Sarah Jorgensen and didn't make the 3, but a great rebound by Shannon Hatch. But this time it's the Eagles. She misses the 2, and this time it's the Eagles who get the ball. Chukwuetu somehow managed to get that one away, and Alison Gorrell's all the way to the basket. Comes back to Georgia Smith. Georgia Smith for 3. Almost got the roll, but what a great rebound by Maddie McVicker. She didn't hesitate. She thought, I'm going in there in case that doesn't go in, and she gets it back. Back out to Georgia Smith again for 3. This time it's well off. And it's a foul by Chukwuetu. Eagles now are in the penalty, so that'll be 2 shots for Marley Ball.
Yeah, you can see the frustration on Chris Bunton's face there. He wanted to put the press on as a sort of container situation, and just a little bit too much energy there from Ori, and she's putting Marley Ball on the free throw line.
Yeah, Eagles had a chance to cut it to 1 there. Ball makes the first. Makes a second. Very solid from the line by the looks of it. And here comes the Cardiff press. Georgia Smith needs to break across. She's not going to get this. She's going to get this across in time. She just manages to get it over in time. Only 8 seconds left on the shot clock. King knocks it away.
3, 2, 1.
Alison Gorrell right on the buzzer, doesn't make the 3.
In there, they're not being blown away.
There's a good point about Rachel Bland. She's actually only played 3:32, and I think the other point that you've made about Ruth Thornley, I'll add another one. Molly Arnold is also on the bench for the Eagles and hasn't played any minutes at all, and Molly's somebody who normally gives them some decent minutes, so again you wonder how fit Molly is as well if she hasn't played. Rachel Bland's actually out there at the moment, and that's a great inside pass to Alison Gorrell, who gives it to Rodriguez Perez, who goes for the shot and is fouled in the act of shooting. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Rachel Bland having an immediate effect there.
Yeah, and also if Cardiff are going to, Cardiff really, really aggressive team on defence. The danger of that is you get in foul trouble. That's an early one to be picking up after 8 seconds. Not only that, it gives the Eagles a chance to be where they would like to be for taking shots on the free throw line.
And that was actually the 3rd foul on Marley Ball as well. So that's 2 on 3 fouls for Cardiff. Rodriguez Perez knocks them down.
Well, Chris Bunton obviously likes the effect that 2-2-1 zone press had on in the first half.
Yes.
Still trying to get that trap at the halfway line, but Cardiff smart enough to get the ball to the middle.
Obviously those 2 points for Rodriguez Perez has brought the Eagles back to within 4. Played tough defence here as it's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to have to be a long 3. Oh my word, oh my word. She had to put up a long 3 because the clock was clicking down Shannon Hatch, and she knocked it down from virtually NBA range.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot. Here's Abby Lowe going to the basket. She's fouled again.
Well, Shannon's 8 points a game and 4 rebounds, so obviously in the 2 games she's played, she's showed she can make a contribution. And how many points has she got tonight, Jeff?
That would be 9 points.
Yeah, so she's already beaten her average. Rebounds, she's on 4 for the season after the 2 games.
She's got 5.
Yeah. You love this as a coach, don't you, when a player at half time in a game is already exceeding her stats in points and rebounds.
So that was Abby Lowe going to the line. She made 1 of 2, so that's her first miss today. But then the Eagles, off the rebound from the free throw, have managed to somehow get possession of the ball.
So we brought Perez out the game. Is she hurt or?
Well, I think what I was looking at, Dave, was the fact that Marchesotti's out the game as well. So perhaps that's the reason why.
Right.
Don't know what the referees are. They're going to check the shot clock, I believe, because it's on 22 seconds. It should be on 14, or they're going to give it as 22. I think they're saying that there was a change of possession and the Eagles pinched it off him. The Eagles moving the ball around. Bland finds Gorrell. Gorrell's got a nice pass to Etu. Etu knocks it in for 2 off the glass.
Yeah, what probably nobody noticed there was the contribution Rachel Bland made there when she made that pass to the weak side, because she set a big screen for a teammate who then got wide open to cause real problems for the Cardiff defence.
Here's Jorgensen. Here's Ball for 3. Ball knocks down her 3-point shot. 2 3 points of Cardiff. Eagles keep getting within 3-4 points, and then up comes Cardiff with a big 3-point, and that was Marley Ball's 16th point of the game. Ball thrown in, Alison Gorrell. That's a fantastic take for Alison, but unfortunately she can't make the basket. But in amongst the tree, she did really well to get that pass. But Shannon Hatch it was who came away with the rebound. Robin Lewis setting it up. Jorgensen, very hard-working player, the Swede. Here's Hatch for 3. This time it's off. Good rebound by Rachel Ball. Rachel Bland.
Yeah.
Maddie McVicker. Nice pass into the corner. Rachel Bland goes for the 3, but it hits the side of the net, and she manages. Wow. Is Abby Lowe going to get that? Yeah, and she's going to get fouled as well by Jorgensen. So Rachel Bland's 3-point shot hit the side of the backboard. She got the rebound and laid a lovely pass into Chukwueto, who couldn't quite lay it up. But Abby Lowe battling for the rebound was fouled, and she'll be going to the line again.
Well, we're getting worried about whether Rachel Bland could make a contribution. I'll tell you what, she released that shot. She was by far the quickest to get to the ball.
Abby Lowe makes the first.
And you're right, it was a lovely drop-in pass to Ori Chukwueto under the basket.
Abby Lowe misses a second, so it's 6-point game, 53-47. Here's Robin Lewis. As always, directing the traffic. Shannon Hatch. Jorgensen back to Hatch. Hatch has been very impressive, I think. Spins away. Here's Kim King once again. The Eagles do great trap from the Eagles. And it's just got the shot away on the buzzer, but didn't make it. Eagles get the long pass by Maddie McVicker. Just failed to find Abby Lowe, who was in free court.
Well, good heads up by Maddie, and great quick break by Abby. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite come off, and what a great one-on-one move by Marley Ball, but unfortunately she couldn't do the easy bit, which was make a wide-open layup.
Robin Lewis fakes the 3, puts the ball in. Abby Lowe's going to get that one. Unfortunately, she tries to save it from going out. Kim King with 3. That's 3 threes for Cardiff in this second half so far, and that's what's keeping them in front at the moment.
Well, I said the 3-point line was kind to them in the first half and made the point they hadn't taken maybe as many as they could, but they're certainly making up for that in this quarter, Jeff.
Eagles, Abby Lowe tried to reply with a 3-point of her own, but that rimmed out. Cardiff back on the offense, 9 points in front again. Here's Jorgensen. I like this Jorgensen, does a lot of hard work. A bit like Rachel Bland for the Eagles, she does a lot of the work which goes unseen. King tries to put the shot up and it's fouled by Rachel Bland on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, this 3-point line situation right now, Cardiff have got 4 players on the floor who've all shown they can knock down the 3.
Well, there were 4 of 7 at half time. They're now 3 of 11, so that's 3 of 4 from in this quarter. Kim King at the line. This is the first by quite some distance.
Yeah, you can think the Eagles obviously knew they had to pack the paint to keep away the taller players out, but she's gone to the bench now. So we need to send a memo that there's 4 of these guys can knock down 3s.
Kim King misses a pair. Abby Lowe comes up with the rebound, gives it Alison Gorrell.
Using a little horn set here to try and get into offense.
Did well to save the ball there. Ori Chukwueto. Alison Gorrell spins in the paint and knocks it in for 2 right on the 24-second shot clock.
Well,
once again,
3 bigs there, Jeff. What a great cut by Gorrell. What a great feed in by
Back to 7 again, the Eagles. Here's Hatch. Nice 2-point shot, but it doesn't go. Great rebound from Maddie McVicker, stretching every inch of a 5'5" frame to get that one. Abby Lowe into Alison Gorrell. Alison Gorrell turns on. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. Great spin move by Alison Gorrell, but just didn't make it. Robin Lewis at the other end finds Jorgensen. Jorgensen for 2, knocks it down.
Okay, I'll correct that. He's all 5 now, can make threes. What's interesting is what Ali Gorrell's doing in offense. She's basically playing as a forward, and you know what? If she gets a one-on-one on there, she can maybe deliver.
Rachel Bland knocks down the 3, and once again it's within 6. I think for me this is a crucial. I think it's only been given as a 2.
Oh, it's big whatever it is, and not only that, she looks as though she's moving a lot more comfortably in this spell.
Important stand for the Eagles here. Important offense for Cardiff. Good defense so far by Cardiff. Well done there though. Yeah, that was really nice play. Molly Ball again, up to 18 points personal. There's Alison Gorrell at the other end. She's trying to get in there for the foul. Chukwueto, and I think that's going to be a timeout, is it, or substitutions? Millie Oates, Georgia Smith, Rachel Bland, Abby Lowe.
I think when Ali sees that play on tape later, she'll think, I should have stopped and caught that. Back to the basket, where I think she's quite good, especially against the smaller players, what she had on her.
She's looking to draw a foul, I think, wasn't she, Dave?
Yeah.
So substitutions for both sides as well. It's Laura Shanahan's come on. Alison Gorrell, nice pass inside Ori Chukwueto, and that's the foul by Isabel Bunyan, who's just come on.
Well, they're lacking out and out forward, but I'll tell you what, they're getting some good looks around the basket. This is her, what, second or third this quarter?
Yep. This is the first.
It's not a bad thing to have Ali Gorrell patrolling the key inside because if Cardiff are pressing out hard on every single player, giving a really good chance to get the ball in for Gorrell, having a one-on-one with often a smaller player on her.
Lewis Shanahan takes a step inside, back out. Bunyan gives it to. It's great defense by the Eagles. Really good defense by the Eagles as Shannon Hatch drove in. Chukwueto got good hands in there, knocked the ball against Hatch, and it'll be Eagles ball at the end line, but it was going to be a 24-second violation anyway.
Yeah, I think that's what she saw. The only other option she had was to drive and kick out.
Alison Gorrell. Excuse me. Georgia Smith steps in and steps back out. Spacing wasn't great. Chukwueto gives it back to Georgia
again,
Smith.
we've got Ali inside, and the Cardiff defence is so spread out they can't help.
And,
good tactic.
Alison Gorrell steps back, knocks down the 2. It's a 6-point game once again. The Eagles this is where they seem to get back to within it, and then this time they have got to stop. Hatch's shot is short. McVicker gets the rebound. Gorrell's going to drive hard all the way to the basket, and she's fouled by Bunyan, and she'll go up the line to shoot 2, I believe.
Yeah, and that puts them in the penalty, which is another good plus for the Eagles.
What's quite impressing me about Cardiff is the fact that they're under real pressure from the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles are making a really big push, but they seem to just always seem to find a shot at the other end just to keep that gap open. But Alison Gorrell makes one from the line, and if she makes the second, it'll be a 4-point game. And she doesn't. But great hustle from Chukwueto, who gets the offensive rebound, and the Eagles can set it up again. 14 seconds offense. Gorrell's driving in again, out to Chukwueto. Chukwueto for 2. Oh, that one's unfortunately comes off, and Laura Shanahan comes away with the rebound. She's going coast to coast by the looks of it. She does go coast to coast, but she doesn't make the shot. But Shannon Hatch takes a great offensive rebound, gives it back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen the ball from way out downtown, but this time she doesn't make that long one. Georgia Smith comes away with the rebound. 5-point game with Georgia Smith. A little bit lucky they lost the handle, but it came off the hands of Hatch and went dead. It'll be Eagles ball at the end line. Steph Collins decides she can't wait any longer. Marchiotti comes back in, which is immediately responded by Bunton putting Rodriguez Perez in, who almost goes on with a shooting shirt on. These two mentioned they were both on 3 fouls, with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. They're still both on 3 fouls. There's Millie Oates, nice pass inside to Alison Gorrell, nice turn by Alison Gorrell. Tough basket from Alison Gorrell as she lays it in for 2. And the Eagles now back to within 3 at 60-57. What have Cardiff got in response? Not surprisingly, the ball's in the hands of Lewis to set it up. Nice pass inside, but Marchiotti can't take it. It's a good pass inside by Isabel Bunyan, but Marchiotti just couldn't take it.
Long spell on the bench, and she's probably coming cold. But
Good
still want your players to catch those.
Good inbound by Georgia Smith under pressure, and Maddie McVicker comes away with the ball. Gives it to Millie Oates. Millie Oates into Georgia Smith. Here's Alison Gorrell into Millie Oates. Millie Oates, nice turn. Gives it back out to Georgia Smith. That was good offense by the Eagles, and Georgia Smith knocks down the 2, and it's a 1-point game. Hatch finds a Marchiotti inside out. Bunyan again. Once again, Eagles defense swarming all over. Bunyan to Hatch to Lewis. Lewis puts up the 3, and Lewis knocks down the 3. And that's the point you made, Dave. She made 2 early in the game, and she's made a 3rd one there. Should probably shoot the ball a little bit more. Puts them back up by 4 points. I don't think the Eagles could have played much better defense there either.
They couldn't have made any. It was just slightly better off. Well, it was a better shot.
Gorrell going to go to the basket. Hands off. That's going to be a foul. And 1. Robin Lewis gets up off the floor. Feels as if perhaps she was in the right position, as it should have been a charge. But it's an and 1 for Alison Gorrell.
Well, certainly there was no charge on the finish. There may have been a charge before the spin and cut in, is what the coaching staff of Cardiff are saying. I wouldn't have called it.
Alison Gorrell misses the free throw, but she gets her own rebound, and she's put it in for 2 instead. Bonus for the Eagles, and it's 63-63. 1:36 to go in the third quarter.
Watch out, Jeff. This is Auckland Wolves all over again.
Robin Lewis turns down the 3. Hatch on to Bunyan. Bunyan thought about the 3. Gives it to Shanahan in the corner. Once again, Eagles defense swarming all over, and Maddie McVicker comes up with the steal. Great screen set by Rodriguez Perez. Gorrell thought about the 3, but Georgia Smith was probably better placed, but unfortunately doesn't knock it down.
Well, right now the Eagles are doing some decent things on offense, but I'll tell you what, they're doing even better on defense, because they're not giving, well, apart from that one, but she missed it.
But she missed
they're
it
not
well.
giving them any easy looks at all, because they're almost in every bit of a passing lane they can manage. And as soon as they've relaxed, they've got 2 shots off.
And to be fair, there were 2 shots that probably should have knocked down. And McVicker, nice Euro step, and lays it in for 2. Eagles take the lead at 65-63. Showing some real fluency at both ends of the court. Well, saying fluency on offense and determination on defense. But there's a nice move by Laura Shanahan, and comes inside, levels it up. Alison Gorrell looks and thinks, well, there's a slight differential on the shot clock. Is 8-16 against 19 on the game clock, but I think Alison Gorrell wants to run this down as far as she can before she takes this shot, looking to give the Eagles the momentum going in, and she drives in hard, flicks it out. Georgia Smith for 3 from the corner, and it goes in from the corner. And 3 seconds left to play. Robin Lewis is going to have to go from halfway. She does go from halfway and hits the rim, but that's a fantastic quarter by a repeat of the first quarter, and it'll be Cardiff for the first chance to get the game underway. And the ball's in the hands of Robin Lewis yet again.
Keep your defense tough, Eagles. Keeping all those passing lanes is the first way to keep the momentum going from your finish from the third quarter.
Molly Moore thought about the 3. And there's good Eagles defense straight away. Shanahan tried to find Shannon Hatch inside. Georgia Smith knocked the ball away. Eagles really look fired up for this now. They lost Robin Lewis in the corner, but she turned down the 3. Shannon Hatch will go for 2, knocks the 2 down. Shannon Hatch having a good game.
She's hitting tough shots under pressure.
68-67. Eagles on offense. McVicker faked the three, then will drive all the way to the basket. Left-handed layups, no good, but good rebound by Rodriguez Perez, but she gives the ball away to Hatch. A little bit too hurried in the pass. She probably had a second or two she could have taken. Yes, Hatch to Lewis. Lewis waving across, wants a screen. Gives it inside to Marchiotti. Robin Lewis into Marchiotti again. Marchiotti off the glass, doesn't go. Rodriguez Perez, I have to say, is having a really decent game against us. Playing really tough. Georgia Smith, for 1 second I thought she was going to pull the trigger there. Rodriguez Perez inside. Nice pass over the top. It was a great pass from Rodriguez Perez over the top of Georgia Smith, but Georgia Smith unfortunately couldn't put the layup in. Robin Lewis turns the corner, goes back. We're looking for Marchiotti inside, but she's been well guarded by the Eagles. This time there's only one person on her, and Rodriguez Perez couldn't prevent her that time for dropping in the two, and suddenly Cardiff are now back in front by 69-67. Abby Lowe, though, fantastic drive by Abby Lowe in response, and she's fouled by Mara Marchiotti, and that will be her 4th foul. And Steph Collins pulls us straight out, sends in Justine Furland, and also takes off Laura Shanahan and brings on Sarah Jorgensen. Dominic Perez comes out because Marchiotti's come out. Quite clear what the Eagles are doing there. Chuku Edo comes on as well. Abilo just seems to have lost the magic touch from the line that she had in the first half. But knocks the second one down to level the game at 69 all. 8 minutes, 16 to go. Impossible game to call, I would have said. His ball, just gives it to Lewis. Lewis always looks very much in control, but it's tough going in there against that Eagles defense. It's swarming all over. There's Chuku Eto yet again, gets in there, does the dirty work, gets the ball away, and Maddie McVicker with a Euro step again, and she's fouled by Marley Ball, and that'll be Marley Ball's 4th foul as well, and Maddie McVicker goes to the line for 2.
It's such a useful skill, isn't it? You're going against a bigger player, you take yourself away from him with both of the 2 steps, and then very, very good protection of the ball by her body.
Marley Ball has to take a seat on 4 fouls. It's Marchiotti and Ball on 4 fouls, and they're the 2 top scorers for Cardiff. McVicker misses her first free throw of the afternoon. But knocks down the second one to give the Eagles a 1-point lead at 70-69. There's Lewis and King. Jorgensen. Nice ball movement from Cardiff to break the Eagles defense. Robin Lewis in again, flicks it out to King. Great defense by Abby Lowe once again, cutting off the baseline and then getting a hand in to knock the ball away. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Somebody want to cut? Yep. There's Jorgensen down to 8. King, great defense by Abby Lowe again. Furlan with the ball. Nice pass inside by Furlan. That was a nice pass. And right on the buzzer, Robin Lewis knocks it in for 2. I think Furlan's pass was excellent there. Eagles already up on offense. Georgia Smith going hard to the basket. Chuku Eto in again. Alison Gorrell stops and pops. Hits the front of the rim and comes down. Cardiff up by 1 and the chance to just increase that a little bit.
Yeah, great move by Alice. She knew she couldn't get the basket, so she pulled up and popped, but unfortunately the defensive player was up to it and I think probably got a finger on the shot.
Once again, Cardiff going deep into the shot clock. It's into 3, Robin Lewis for 3. This time she misses. Georgia Smith can't quite make it, and it's going to be a jump ball. Ball in favour of the Eagles. Substitution for the Eagles. Georgia Smith takes a well-earned rest.
Well, this running the clock down and taking the last second shot is not a tactic by Cardiff. It's been forced upon them by the Eagles' defence.
Very much so. I would totally agree with that, Dave. Here's McVicker. Brings the ball over the timeline. Abby Lowe in the corner. Comes inside. Abby Lowe off the back goal. Doesn't make it though. Shannon Hatch comes up with a big rebound.
Tell you what, Hatch has done a good job on the boards when the other two bigs have been off.
Yeah, she's got 9 rebounds now.
Yeah.
Robin Lewis into Hatch. Good hands by Alison Gorrell and even better hands by Maddie McVicker. Gorrell got it free. Oh, great defence by Sarah Jorgensen though at the other end as McVicker tried the Euro step, but this time she wasn't fooling anybody. Here's Hatch. That's another knockdown, tough shot from Shannon Hatch. She's up to 13 points.
She's played
personally.
a big part in this game.
Cardiff just sneaked back in front by 3. Abby Lowe finds Alison Gorrell, and this time it's a foul by Sarah Jorgensen. It'll be Jorgensen's third, and that'll put Alison Gorrell on the line again.
Well, it blows our theory about worrying about points, Jeff. There's still 5 minutes to go, and the Eagles are already scored 6 more than the season average. Make that 7 more. Cardiff have topped their highest score of the season so far.
Alison Gorrell misses the second. Millie Oates can't get the rebound. Thurland it was who took the rebound. Robin Lewis drives forward. Good switch on defence by Eagles. Oates and Lowe. There's Jorgensen, nice step inside, looks for the 2. Nice 2 by Sarah Jorgensen. Only her 6th point of the game, but that was a nice little play inside.
Yeah, I have to say, as a coach, there's some good individual coaching going on in this Cardiff setup. Some of these girls have got some good skills.
I think again it's what we talked about as well. It's every time the Eagles get close or even just slightly in front. Here's Alison Gorrell as the clock ticks down. She's going to be fouled as she turns around. She must be the most foul player in the league, I would have thought, Tim.
Well, when she's forced to take this role because of the departure of other players and Rodriguez Perez sitting on the bench, and you have to say, in this particular game, she's shown she's good at it.
Interesting as well, Dave. That's the first.
Back in.
Well, don't have a lot of choice because that foul by Jorgensen was her fault. So they've now got 3 players on 4 fouls with 5:08 to go, and this could be another crucial point. Alison Gorrell going to the line.
I think Cardiff have shown what they showed in the first half. In the first half, Cardiff had a 17-point to 6-point advantage from points from the bench, and the bench has done a good job for them in that spell there.
Gorrell knocks them both down. 9-12 from the line for Gorrell tonight, and it's a 2-point game, 73-75. Cardiff on the upside, as Mr. Shaft would say. There's a nice pass inside, but good hands by Millie Oates. Maddie McVicker somehow. A nice bit of football, I would have thought, by Maddie McVicker. She got the ball away. Drives in hard. Lays it off the glass, doesn't make it. Almost gets the rebound, but the ball's in the hands of Robin Lewis, who pushes it very, very hard and very quickly, but never thought about the shot. Always wanted to set something up. Gives it back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen into Hatch, outside to Robin Lewis for 3. She's missed that one. Over the back from Hatch, but it's nothing given. Millie Oates finds Alison Gorrell. Alison Gorrell driving in, steps back, doesn't make the 2-point shot.
She got everything right there. Lovely step back move, good control on the dribble, just couldn't quite pull off the finishing touch.
Interesting as well, the Cardiff got 2 players out there on 4 fouls, Marchesotti and Jorgensen, but game's on the line right now, and that's going to be an offensive foul by Marchesotti, and that's exactly what I mean. That's Marchesotti out of the game. Well, we say this, and I say it about every single sport. Once the referee's made a decision, it's almost impossible for them to get it overturned, unless, of course, you've got VAR in the Premiership, and we all know what that's doing. So Eagles with a chance to level the game. Marchesotti's now out of the game completely. Be interesting to see whether Chris Bunton thinks about putting Rodriguez Perez in. Though at the moment, she probably feels he doesn't need to do that. Rachel Bland has come back in. Ali Goro will go to the basket, knocks down a 2 point, and this time it's Steph Collins who replies with a timeout, and we'll go to an advert. The only thing I would say, the Eagles have never led by more than 3, whereas Cardiff have led by 10. So, you know, the Eagles have hung in there all the way through. They send out McVicker, Bland, Gorrell, Lowe and Oates against Lewis, King, Jorgensen, Hatch, and
interesting to
Ball.
see they're quite right with 3:43 to go. Marlene Ball is no point on being on the bench. She's out on the floor again, especially as the other Marcialotti fouled out. Good coaching, good decision.
It's going to be a foul by Alison Gorrell. That's fine if it's on the floor. It is on the floor. The Eagles not in the penalty yet. In fact, I think that might only be their second foul.
What?
It's Alison Gorrell's first foul of the game.
I feel like Jorgensen and Hatch were two players we hardly spoke about in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're both playing a big part in this second half.
That's going to be a foul on Rachel Bland. I thought Chris Bunton was substituting himself in. He was so far on court there. The 14-second for there's Jorgensen off the glass, doesn't make it. Alison Gorrell tips it away, but good work by King to get her hands in there, and Robin Lewis picked up the loose ball. He has Ball driving hard, and that's going to be a foul. It's interesting that you can play 8 minutes or 7 minutes with only one foul for the Eagles, and suddenly within 6 seconds they've got 3.
Yeah. Well, the lucky thing for the Eagles is they're already in the penalty. Ball may be right-handed, but she loves this move to the middle of the court on her left. So the idea of overplaying her and force her to the baseline doesn't work. You've got to play her square and straight up.
She misses the first. Pops the second one in. Up to 19 points personal. Gives Cardiff a 1 point lead. It's 76-75. Millie Oates drives all the way to the basket, but that's an excellent defensive play by Shannon Hatch. That was all ball as Millie Oates tried to go up, and great defense by Shannon Hatch. Jorgensen back to Hatch. Hatch now trying to set something up. Nice little slip there by Ball. Releases King for 3, but she doesn't make it. Rachel Bland takes an excellent rebound on to Abby Lowe. Abby Lowe tries the long pass to Alison Gorrell, and Kim King did really well there. Not only knocked the ball away, but managed to stop it from going out of bounds. And she's coming back hard now. Chance here for Cardiff just to stretch the lead. It's only a point at the moment. Once again, the bounce pass in. Rachel Bland and Abby Lowe between them managed to come up with it. Abby Lowe's going to go all the way to the basket. Tries the reverse layup. It doesn't come off. Tipped by Jorgensen into the hands of Hatch.
Well, the Eagles were able to start that fast break because of a careless pass there by Jorgensen.
2 minutes to go. 75-76 in favour of Cardiff. And it's Cardiff on the offence. Jorgensen steps inside Millie Oates and goes all the way to the basket, but doesn't make it. Rachel Bland once again is up there contesting the rebound and gets the ball off Kim King for the Eagles end-line ball. Cardiff put the press on yet again.
Get some players out of there, Eagles, because she can handle it one-on-one.
Alison Gorrell bring the ball over the halfway line, as Dave says, handling it one-to-one. Georgia Smith about to re-enter the game at the next break. Alison Gorrell looking to see which way she can go. Can't go very far. Rachel Bland, that's going to be a travel. Yeah, definite travel. Got to put the ball down first. Millie Oates comes out. Georgia Smith back on. Still 75-76 with 1:31 to go.
Decision making here is going to be a big part of this final outcome. The travelled out turnover, the pass inside that went astray from Cardiff. Keep your nerve, both teams. But a great game, want to see a great finish.
Hatch and Jorgensen, the two that are setting things up. Kim King steps inside. That's a hard shot that she's taken there, and Rachel Bland. Well, Eagles got away with one there because Rachel Bland's pass was far too quick. Alison Gorrell for 2, and in it goes, and the Eagles lead by 1 with 1 away to go, and it's a timeout to Cardiff. herself a full 24 seconds. With a 1 point game, probably the right decision.
It's always the risk when you do this, you turn it over.
Eagles got the press on. Coach Bunton shouting, we just need one stop, we just need one stop right now. Cardiff over the end line, halfway line, and we're into the last minute of an excellent game.
Yeah, and the Eagles still got one to give.
Ball floated over to Hatch. King for three, that's off. Alison Gorrell, fantastic blocking out there, boxing out, and manages to get the hands on it, and Maddie McVicker, her partner, was there to take it. Gorrell comes out. Smith thought about the 3-point shot. I think the Eagles are going to try and run the clock down. Great pass by McVicker. She finds Chucky Eto back out to Abby Lower. Oh, and if that three had gone in, that would have been game. Now Cardiff have 22 seconds on the shot clock, and just 3 seconds left.
They've got to get a shot off because there's not enough time.
Well, they have to get a shot off because they're 1 point down, but they're not anymore, and that's going to be a timeout for the Eagles. So, great basket by Sarah Yo. I always avoid trying to call what would be in the coach's mind, but I think when you've got a weapon like Alison Gorrell, it's difficult not to go at Alison Gorrell, but then again, Cardiff know that's probably where they are going to go. So, no doubt somebody's been given the responsibility, and it's Kim King who's on her at the moment.
A Dubliner as well. They're trying to say to Rachel Bland, you can go where you like, but you're not going to Ali Gorrell.
Georgia Smith gets free. Maddie McVicker gets the ball in. Ali Gorrell, that's a steal. That's a great steal by Cardiff, and they're going to get through. And that's Georgia Smith just manages to get the foul. Alison Gorrell thought she was fouled, but to be perfectly fair, those are the type of calls which can go either way. Timeout called by Steph Collins, I believe, or a foul by Alison Gorrell on Kim King.
Well, she blows these. Chris Bunton's got a timeout, got 1.6. Of course, if she misses, the clock starts, doesn't it?
Yeah, if she misses them both.
They could do with them making the second.
Well, she's made the first. It's a 2-point game. 1.6 seconds left. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She thought about it, but she's given Bunton the chance now.
Well, I think that was a deliberate miss, really, wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
You know.
That would have been so smart. Deliberate miss.
Lowe, Gorrell, Bland, and McVicker. Lewis, Ball, Hatch, King, and Jorgensen. 1.6. Everybody comes off. Oh. Well, wow.
Well, that has to be called, surely.
I don't think it's going to be called, though, Dave. And I think that was a foul all day long, personally. And perhaps I'm